How's it going, everyone? I'm Dono and this is How to Happy. In this video we're going to be talking about a little exercise that you can do to condition your thoughts for a bit more positivity. So you may be familiar with Pavlov's dogs, which is basically that experiment where they rang the bell and the dogs were salivating because they would bring out food, and then eventually they would stop bringing out food, they would just ring the bell and the dogs continued salivating. That's called classic conditioning. It's an experiment that's, pretty standardly known in psychology. The way that we can use classical conditioning to help us out is that we can pair a normal event or a common task that we have with a positive thought or habit, and eventually over time we're going to have these little boosts in our day as we just do, the routine stuff that we normally do. So let's dig into it a little bit deeper. To develop a habit, you have to do the same thing a lot of times, right? You have to have a lot of frequency and over an extended period of time, and then eventually it builds a habit. So one way to kind of trick yourself into doing this is to think of something that you commonly do. So I'll give you an example that I did for a little bit, right? Getting into a car. So that's a fairly frequent occurrence, and I paired this idea of getting into a car with this other exercise of thinking of at least one thing that I was proud of. So each and every time I'd open up the car door, I would take a second and think just of one thing that I was proud of, let that feeling kind of wash over me, and then eventually over time it got built into a habit. So now when I get into a car, I still get this feeling. I mean, sometimes I still do the exercise, but sometimes I forget, and I still just naturally get this feeling because I've paired those two things together. Now, this can be a little bit difficult to remember, right, to do an extra action on top of a common action. So to help out with that, when I was first starting, I got a sticky note and put it on my car door so that I remembered, right, I would get in the car and see it and then remember to do the other half of this exercise. But then over time, after a couple weeks, it just started becoming a little bit more natural. And then over an even longer period of time, it developed into a habit where, like I was saying, I would just get in and feel this little mood booster. So that's basically what I'm saying you can do. You can find something really common, like brushing your teeth or opening a door or something like that, and then pair it with a habit or some kind of mood booster that you want to create that's going to bring you more happiness. Then once you get through one, and this can take, several months to really get one dialed in, you can move into adding more. So that way, as you go throughout your day doing kind of normal tasks, you're going to get these little mood boosters. And these effects don't necessarily work forever, right? Because they're conditioned. So if you just keep doing the action and don't have the exercise to go with it ever again, then eventually it's going to slowly wear off. But this is something that you can use to just continually boost your mood throughout the day. So if you want to try this for yourself, the first thing you're going to need to do is find something common that you do, like I was saying, brushing your teeth, sitting down on the couch, opening a door, something like that. And then you need to pair it with another positive thought exercise, right? Maybe something you're proud of, maybe something that you want to accomplish in the day. You visualize getting it done. Things like that. So you pair those two things together, and like I was saying at the beginning, it can be a little bit difficult to remember to do these things. So you might also want to set yourself a note next to whatever the action is, or a reminder, so that you can remember to do these two things together. But then eventually you're going to be able to just kind of remember to do it naturally, and then in the long run you'll be able to put these two little connectors together and create positive mood boosters. As with all of the tools that I talk about on here, it's just something worth trying. It may not work for everyone. Some people may not really feel like it's doing a lot for them. So if it's something you're interested in, give it a try for, like I recommend, usually about a week. Then you can see if it's something that really makes sense to you. Let's move on to the exercise section. 1. What new thought habit would you like to create? 2. How can you pair that with a common daily event? As I was saying, just give it a shot, find something that you normally do, find a thought pattern that you want to start creating, pair those two together, try it for a week, see how it goes. That's all I've got for this video. So if you have any questions, comments, topics you want me to cover, leave them down in the box below and I will get to them as soon as I can, and I will see you next time.
You can check out more content at howtohappy.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on the videos. We've also got a Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook that you can check out. Reflect, take action, and enjoy life. See you next time.